you want to go. My first instinct is to go, stop it, right? Choose your brake. That's what it's there for. Brake and brake only. You want to slow down, and the more you slow down, the quicker those RPMs are going to drop. That's kind of the problem Dave's having a little bit. He slows down, but not enough. The lower you drop those RPMs, the easier a downshift is going to be for you. The two common problems that people have when it comes to downshifting is one, they don't slow down enough, and two, they're overusing the clutch.
You don't have to use the clutch to downshift.
Oh yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. It's just slow. You don't need the clutch to slow down. Just hit the brake and slow down. Get those RPMs to 10 or below. Think about if you're downshifting a car that's a stick shift. Once you find the next lower gear, what happens to the RPMs? They spike up, right?
Yeah, they jump. Yeah, you're right.
This is no different, but only you have to make that jump happen. So on an upshift, it's a clutch neutral, clutch gear. On a downshift, it's a clutch neutral, rev, clutch gear. You've got to spike those RPMs back up. Other problem people have with downshifting is they want to go clutch, neutral, rev. You got to come off the clutch. That's why I say your foot should not be on the fuel and the clutch at the same time. Your foot shouldn't, while we're moving, should not be on the clutch any longer than to just tap it with the gear shift. You're going to rev, tap with the gear shift. So upshift is a, get it up to about 1500 RPMs, do a clutch neutral, clutch gear. Get her going, 1500 RPMs. If you're going up a hill, maybe 1700 RPMs, give a little extra power to get up the hill. But once you get it ready to shift, then it's clutch neutral, clutch gear. Downshifting, then we're just going to use the brake and slow down, then it's a clutch neutral, rev, clutch gear. You got to make that little spike happen. Now, air going back in this bitch. So, like right now, for example, I'm at a stop, so it's going to be all the way to the floor of the clutch. I just put it in first gear. Notice, I'm just going to come off my brake, and if I ease out of my clutch, it takes off. If you're gentle enough with the clutch, I can even go to third. Like right there is third gear. Notice, I'm still not even in fuel. Once I'm moving, then I can accelerate a little bit. Alright? So, back at first, because I don't have a lot of room here, if I wanted to upshift, I would just have to go do like a clutch neutral, clutch gear. And if I want to downshift, it's clutch neutral, rev, clutch gear. I say that out loud because it's all about rhythm. That rhythm is what you need, clutch neutral, clutch gear. Danny will show you guys your miles per hour. He'll tell you 20 miles an hour shift, 25, which works. But that's a lot of different numbers to remember. If you use the RPMs, I don't care if it's first to second or 9 to 10, 1500 RPM, shift the son of a bitch. Once you over rev the engine, get it up to around 2000 RPM, several things are probably going to happen. One, you're probably going to twist your drive shaft up like a Twizzler stick. Two, you've over revved the RPM. So now, if that happened, you over revved, now it would almost be a clutch neutral, clutch gear, because you got to wait for those RPMs to fall back down. That's what happens when you over rev. It's kind of a bad thing for us being a school, and it's not just Hamrick, it's the state. The state says you guys cannot shift during a turn. So what happens a lot of times during that turn is you end up over revving the engine, which means chances are you're probably going to miss the next gear. I don't care how long you've been driving a truck, first day or you've been doing it 100 years, you're going to miss a gear. It happens. We can't be perfect in our game 100%.